Now, we're going to get to the Georgia indictment in a moment, but first, breaking news that congressional investigators have uncovered a pseudonym complete with email address. Robert L. Peters, that was used by Joe Biden when he was vice president. Now, Brianna, this is a whole new avenue of investigation, and the House Oversight Committee has demanded documents that might have overlapped and communications that might have overlapped with Hunter Biden's business in Ukraine. Brianna, if Joe Biden had a separate email he was conducting business with, that's pretty huge, isn't it?
Of course, and I think the obvious major question is, why did he have not only one pseudonym, but he did have two others that we know of right now. And at the time that a specific email was sent back in 2016, right before the prosecutor Shokin was fired, Hunter Biden was CC'd on an email that was under Biden's pseudonym. And at that time, he was sitting on Burisma's board making $80,000 a month. First of all, why was the president's son CC'd on official business emails? Second of all, why was President Joe Biden using a pseudonym? And third of all, the New York Post, they reported this back in 2021. So I do think this shows how important our midterm elections were, because Democrats had this information available 2 years ago. They sat on it. It took another year and in a cycle of elections for Republicans to get into office and now uncover this and bring it to light to most Americans who have not been aware.
And Naomi, doesn't this now completely put the lie to any sort of claim that Joe Biden can have that he didn't know anything about his son's business dealings? I mean, it looks to me more like it was Joe's business and Hunter was just the bagman.
This is something that the House Oversight Committee Chairman, James Comer, sort of mentioned in this letter when he was asking for more information. He sort of said, now we've got this sort of growing body of evidence that the former vice president, not only sort of didn't have anything to do with his business dealings, but was sort of involved, or at least the idea that he was being used to help ease the wheels for his son. And this is really important in the broader context of how the House Republicans are sort of creeping towards this idea of opening an impeachment inquiry into the president before next year's elections, complaining because the White House keeps obstructing their investigations into it. So we're seeing this sort of line from the White House change. They sort of said, that we have nothing to do with it. Now it's sort of, changing to be, he had nothing to do with the business dealings. And so I think that that's something that we'll see more as these congressional investigations reveal more information.